This is Slippery Road Battles, where fear is not an option, where every mission is a showdown between man, machine, and the unforgiving earth beneath their wheels. No guardrails, no second chances, only precision or collapse. If you've ever seen a National Geographic scene, a herd of buffaloes storming through the Amazon, desperate, frantic, shoulder to shoulder, then you'll understand what this is. Only this time, it's not animals, it's machines. A convoy of trucks packed to the brim, nose to tail, charging through a flash flood that wants nothing more than to swallow them whole. The water, thick, red, violent, rips through the jungle like rage in liquid form. Engines howl, tires disappear beneath the mud. And still, they push forward. There's no order, no guarantee, just chaos and courage. As I watch, I don't just see drivers, I see warriors of the road. And all I can do is pray they make it to the other side. Would you take that risk? Tell us in the comments. And don't forget to hit subscribe, because the wildest stories aren't always in the jungle. Sometimes they're on wheels. Oh my God! What is this supercar doing here? Is this a children's toy? In Belgium, an old hospital stood silent, its history etched in concrete, its time up. A Cat 385BL rose like a giant surgeon, tearing through steel and brick with mechanical precision. Once the top came crashing down, two monsters rolled in. $516 horsepower each, no hesitation, no dust spared. They didn't clear rubble, they devoured it. In the background, a Hitachi Zaxxas 250LC3 stood ready, 177 horsepower of nimble muscle. Beside it, a Volvo EC 380EL Dash, 303 horsepower watched with steel poise. This wasn't just demolition, it was choreography and chaos, an engineered finale to a forgotten structure. Can you guess if this truck can get over this hill with the engine sounding like it's about to die? In this case, it is completely helpless. After a gauntlet of hairpin turns, each one tighter than the last, and steering wheels pulled to their limits, the heavy haulers made it. Behind them, cliffs that showed no mercy. Below them, nothing but air. But ahead, a stretch of road so wide, so open, it looked like a runway carved into the heavens. This wasn't just a delivery, it was a declaration of guts, of grit, and of absolute respect for every curve, every climb, every breathless mile. If this moment made your heart race, or reminded you of a road you'll never forget, drop a comment. We want to hear your story. The excavator was meant to save the day. Instead, it miscalculated. One wrong pull, and the tanker rolled. Steel flipped. Hope vanished. Sometimes the help hurts more than the problem. What do you think about this road? If you had to travel this road regularly, would you rather buy a pair of mud boots than a car? Is this a domino effect? You almost kissed my ass boots than a car. Thus, 320,000 pounds of steel, rolling through the Arctic. It's not just a convoy, it's a colossus. 245 feet long, 335 with push trucks, 14 feet wide, 17 feet tall, 10 axles, 80 tires, 40 brakes, and every inch of it alive. This monster rolls past Alaska's road maintenance camp, headed north, Dalton Highway. Destination, Prudhoe Bay. No margin for error, no turning back, just frozen silence. And one mission. Deliver. Yuwam. Isech. The impossible. Newbom. Just by looking at them, you can tell they are illegal loggers. They will do anything, and in the future, the green forest will be just a memory. What I find interesting here, however, is that their homemade cars are very impressive in power compared to their ugly, dilapidated appearance. Oh my god, they bombed the battlefield, but it had no effect. It's not just heavy cargo, it's a nuclear heart. The HTRPM reactor vessel, crafted in steel, bound by science, and now rolling through civilization. Over 300 tons of pressure-sealed precision, dozens of axles, hundreds of wheels. One mistake, catastrophic. Each corner becomes a calculation, every incline a test of power versus gravity. And now, the most dangerous stretch. A mountain bend too narrow, a bridge too low, a road not made for monsters. But this crew doesn't flinch. Escorts lead. Spotters measure clearances down to the last centimetre. And the entire convoy holds its breath. Because this isn't just a haul, this is nuclear infrastructure in motion. It's a mission of control, courage, and absolute precision. Success isn't a celebration, it's survival. They're not just moving machines, they're building the future. The reactor wasn't the only thing on the move. Across highways, through cities, over bridges not meant for giants, more superloads arrived. Beams stretching dozens of meters, modules weighing hundreds of tons, convoys rolling in like steel parades, each one louder, longer, and more impossible than the last. This wasn't just construction, this was choreography on a national scale. And behind it all, China, not following, but leading, pushing technology to its edge with precision, power, and purpose. Ignore it if you want, but the future doesn't wait for permission. What I find interesting here, however, is that their homemade cars are very impressive in power compared to their ugly, dilapidated appearance. Oh my God, it's mine! It's my life, it's my property! Seven tons of steel, 2 wheels, no fear. This isn't a race car, it's a backhoe loader, built for dirt, designed for labour. But today, it's flying. 7 tons of steel balancing on just 2 wheels. The crowd holds its breath. The front loader rises, the rear tyres spin like drag slicks. This machine wasn't born to race, but someone taught it how. The driver pushes the limits, hydraulics scream, diesel roars, and suddenly, this workhorse becomes a wild stallion. This isn't a stunt, it's a statement. Power isn't just speed, it's control, balance, and pure guts. It seemed like as their car hit the mud, they got more excited. Very fast and very accurate to the millimetre. when the engine refuses to die. You turned off the key, disconnected the battery, fuel system disabled, but the engine is still screaming. This is no glitch. This is a runaway diesel. Oil, meant to lubricate, now feeds the fire. It starts with a tiny leak in the turbo, a worn turbine shaft. Oil seeps into the intake. Then combustion begins. Without control, without fuel, without mercy. The engine races toward destruction, revving higher, faster, until it tears itself apart. And there's no off switch. Two options. Neither safe. Jam it into gear, stall it manually, and risk blowing your transmission. Or block the air intake and pray you don't lose a limb doing it. Some throw fire extinguishers into the intake. Does it work? No one knows for sure. But one thing is certain. If it ever happens to you, it's already too late to Google a fix. This is not a breakdown. It's a mechanical nightmare. And it starts with one drop of oil.
Lurus pokoknya. Kanan.
I think it was probably lucky that the car couldn't get through, with such a small and dilapidated bridge. If the car had reached the middle of the bridge and couldn't bear the weight of the car, things would have been worse. With the weight of a truck weighing tens of tons like that, but calculating the endurance of the cable is not redundant, the consequences to bear are not small. An expensive lesson for those working in the transportation industry.
Go!
Do you think this old car can pass this test? But it still goes ahead and does it bravely, while those handsome guys stay still. They are naturally intelligent and very professional. Right, you idiot. I left you leaning to the right, you stubborn. Oh my God, my car.